If you can have very close attention. Thank you. If you can pay very close attention, it promises to be very, very amazing. All right. Promises to be very amazing if you can pay close attention. Okay. Close attention and close at ease. All right. Let me quickly go and share the page with us. Right. Say what we're going to be looking at tonight from yesterday. I just want to believe that those of us who were in the class yesterday, either you are new, whoever you are, okay, you should be able to have an idea. Now, and I say tonight, I'm going to take us through on, we talked about three things we say first that matter to you are these, right? We talked about investing, where to invest, how to invest, and all of that. And then we talked about triple of the financial market, self-management, money management, and market management. And then in the self-management, we talk about the psychology and all of that, emotion and all this stuff. Now, additionally, you need to understand is that if you are not ready to lose money, don't come in to invest. Now, but don't think that, so sometimes they say, don't put the money you cannot afford to lose. That's not too realistic because what it means is that expect that losses can arise, but not that you just know that the money I can afford. That means if I invest 100,000, that's what I can afford to lose. That's not true. All right. Expect that chances are there that you lose money. Those are the things I always love to tell people. Not that don't put the money you cannot afford to lose. Come on. What? So that means you are invariably telling me, okay, it's a gambling and all of that. Yeah, you can say speculations and all the like, but that's not about don't put the money. Okay, I want to buy Ethereum, for instance, or Solana. And I said, okay, why I'm buying Solana? I could lose all my money. And I'm buying Solana. And that's why you need to now have all of those strategy. So you have to control, and then we'll talk about money management. Now, but above all, either you are an investor, you are a trader, and then you need to know the type of trader you need to be. Remember, this is not a detailed class. We said, haven't understood yourself, now you need to know how to manage money. For instance, let me give a practical example. One of the biggest aspects of money management or managing your portfolio in the space, that currency, stock market or crypto market is called the power of DCA. You can write this down. Now, the power of DCA, let me quickly go that so that when I open up something, power of DCA. So now, first, you have first of all ask yourself, why am I investing? Long term, all right? For long term, for short term, for medium term, and all of that. How do I invest? I need to know basic tools and all the places I need to go to, where to invest. Now, the power of DCA is this. I always say this. When you are coming into the market, either as an investor, whatever, and you identify an asset class. Oh, okay, I think I needed to, okay, yeah, it's already recorded. Now, and you want to buy an asset class. Let's say Tone coin, Tone. You want to buy Tone coin. Now, your desire is that I'm going to buy Tone coin and hold for the next 1 year or two. Now, when you come into the Tone, you don't, and your intention was to invest like $1,000. Okay? Your intention was to invest $1,000. Don't take this money to the market at a go. You can buy batch by batch. Especially when you come in like this kind of season. You could use 1,000 to buy that Tone or even Ethereum or whichever coin, and market come down by another 30%. Now you're going to see that your money is at $700. Now, at that time, we always say buy the dip. You don't have money again to buy. It's on that note, you need to understand basic things and, strategy. So this year, you buy batch by batch. Now, sometimes we said, what if when I buy the coin, instead of buying $1,000, I went about $300. The market decided to go up. I bought another $300, and the market continued to go up, and you DCA up. Now, the market moved anyway, and you will now be calculating, if I had used my $1,000 to buy at that first time. No. DCA is to cost average your spending. And so if you buy and you decide to go up, no problem. And where do I turn to that time? I can now look for another alternative. And that's why you hear me say, there is another day, there is another coin, there is another market. If that market have left, no problem. Glory be to God. I bought, let's say, instead of $1,000 worth of tone, you bought $300. And within the shortest time, tone went and did 100%. So you appreciate the 300 you have made on your $300 invested, and then the other one can be diversified to other assets. And that's one of the things about this year. Okay, so now let's quickly go to having understanding that, okay, fundamental. So I told you, like for Forex, you go to economic calendar, news and rumor platforms. In the case of crypto and all of that, you know, we have Cointelegraph, we have Yahoo Finance. There are many of them like that you want to read, update, sentiment and all the like before you buy into an asset. Like yesterday, what happened? What happened in the market yesterday or last week? So we have a total crash, right? You have a total crash in the US capital market. That's the stock market, as it were. That was a massive, when I mean massive, horrible crash, right? And somebody probably must have bought a lot of assets, right? Before that happens. What do you think? How do you think he will feel? It's going to feel terribly bad. He will be saying, if I had known, I would have just wait. I will have just wait. I did the very wrong thing. I wouldn't have entered into the market and all of that. Those are the things you'll be saying. But if you had pumped up, you say, oh. So now imagine you are bought into an asset and the market down plumb back. Then you can this year, of course, you want to have understanding. News, rumor, and not like actually have a lot of contribution to the market, irrespective of that market. I normally tell my students when I'm teaching that said, there are three things about the market, like the fundamental, the technical, and the sentimental. That the fundamental is what gives you raw materials that you want to go and process empirically. So it means any asset you want to buy, what gives you materials to go and measure, to scale, is the fundamental, which is news, policies, issues, and all of that. I normally tell people, those of you who are trading Forex trading, and I told many persons, I said, one of the major catalysts for either pumping or dumping of gold is not the technical, is the fundamental, which has to do with policy, crisis, and all the like. Had a lot of effect on the movement of gold. Let me tell you, psychologically speaking, gold can pump massively, uncontrollably, when there are crises, policies, favorable, unfavorable news, and all of that. Why? People panic, they are afraid, and what they want to do is that they want to, what we call hedge. So gold and some of those asset class are for hedging. So to hedge against inflation, to hedge against, financial crisis and all the like. And so if that happens, there's so much. In fact, I'll tell people that the more you see gold pumping, just know that there's so much trouble. Gold getting stabilized, then the economy is getting stabilized somehow and all of that. Gold crashing, then the economy is robust. Oh, God. But this does not happen just one few days and all of that. So you have different aspects, and that's one of the things you want to look at. The same thing in crypto are normally to be like hedging, and of course, but at the stage crypto is, Bitcoin and others are still a level of manipulation. It's easy. One person can pocket the whole market cap of crypto. Yeah. So the only thing that makes the difference is that it's highly disruptive. But the capital involved in crypto, who is this? The capital involved in crypto is still very minimal, that only one person or an enterprise can just swallow the whole thing. But what makes it unswallowable is the technology, all right? It's the technology, and so it's highly disruptive. So now the next thing is the technical. So I'm going to go through some of those things, just basic things you need to know. We'll talk about price action, talk about market structure, trend and trend lines, support and resistance with key levels, and then demand and supply zone. Let's quickly look at it. I'm going to go to a chart, and then, so what you need to do empirical measurement of your data is called TradingView. All right? Please, it's called what? TradingView. What you do with TradingView is that it gives you interpretation of the action and inaction of people in the marketplace. All right? It gives you, what's happening, and it gives you past performance or data analysis or detail of what must have happened before. Okay? And that's what, the TradingView actually, does for you. Now, do I just go and look at the TradingView alone? Most time, people get carried away. I trade technical. I don't listen to fundamental. Okay, people who were not looking at fundamental, imagine what happened yesterday for Bitcoin, for Ethereum. Look at it. I think I have imagined I was cutting across. And then, if you are not informed around those fundamentals, and you just keep at, okay, this is the technical and nothing will happen other than this. It's not true. I need to be informed of what is happening, fundamentally, then to be able to correlate to the technical aspect. Now, listen, everybody. Listen, everybody. This is where you have your own got home today. Listen to me, if you are coming into the market and you have decided that this is what I want to do, because I tell you that you can be an investor to buy and hold, or to buy and go and stake, or to buy and farm, irrespective of who you are, you want to have an idea of the market trend or happening in the market. Now, this is TradingView. I'm going to use one thing. So if I go to the crypto market, I'm not going to go detailed, just to show you some aspect of the market. Now, if I go to the crypto market and I go to Bitcoin, right? Somebody will say, okay, how do we get here? Now, very simple. There's what we call TradingView. And if you're in our community, there's a link that I sent. If you're not in our community, you can just go online and type TradingView, not TradingView.deriv, because most of us, when you ask to type and click on TradingView, what to bring out is TradingView.deriv. No, it's the TradingView.com. And that's why sometimes when you are using a link, it can be more preferable for you. Okay, perhaps let me check if I could have TradingView here. The link. So just a moment. So I can send to us on because those are the things that sometimes a whole lot of people had been causing problem with. And most time people, again, look at the whole financial market in one angle. Please, I want to clear that notion and then remove you from that bandage. Market is not to be attended to in just one direction. No. Market is not being looked at in one direction. Okay, so let me copy TradingView link. There's so many links I'm going to give to us. That's why I keep mentioning, see me mentioning about if you're on our forum, if you're on Plan B, XPRESS. So if you are not on our Telegram, I will advise you, you go there, all right? So I just sent TradingView link on the chat. So if you are not on our Plan B forum, I will advise you to request to be on the Telegram group, and so that you can have access to some of those links I'm just mentioning, right? Let's go over here. I'm going to go this way. Sorry, just a moment. That will help us to achieve some beautiful stuff. Come on now. That's good. Coming. So now, as an investor, just like as an investor, those are fathers who are shareholder in companies and all of that, you see them buying newspapers and to want to know what's going to happen in the market or the company they have invested into. And that's one of the things you want to pay attention to. Remember, I said, if you want to just be an investor, it's very, very important for you to have an idea, basic skills, and of course, access to important or valid information. Okay, so I've sent the link on TradingView. So now look at it. Now, if you go to the link on TradingView, please listen, everybody. Remember, just like yesterday, I told you to download the wallet. All right, I told you to download the wallet. Oh, good thing. I think we entered the market yesterday. Did I send take profit? Let's check. You meant everybody. I told you have to remind me of the market we entered yesterday, something like that. I think it was market. Do we set a profit? I don't think so. I can't remember. So let's look at it. 12 FOREX, because I knew that market was going to be crashing anyway. And the class I was holding yesterday and today was a big sacrifice for me because those were the time I was supposed to be still following the market, but I was quite busy because weekend can be very busy for me. All right. I was quite busy. If not, I will have been making a lot of money by now. Okay. So, but the good thing is that I love testimony. All right. I love people to have testimony of once I was blind, but now I see. He that I been sinner, I know not. Okay. Okay. So, it was small money. Look at it. Look at our market yesterday, everybody. This is 31 or 32% from yesterday. We entered the market at $151.62 yesterday. And there you are. The market is currently at 141. I think if you are in private mentorship, if you go to some of the video I did when I said the market for Solana was, I think this was supposed to be the floor. I don't know how Bitcoin is still going to go. But remember, Bitcoin is already at that 60,000 region, I said. So 60 and 59 was the region I see as the floor. But anything that makes it break that, we now go back to the place we were the other time. If I were you, if you're smart, you want to follow whatever is happening now from now to next week and see where it's going to be a good point of reversal, and then you can ride the market up. I'm just trying to then. But if that does not happen, in fact, my $52,000 I was expecting as a floor, it may give us Jarat, to that 50,000, or it cannot happen to my $46,000. So a lot of people say, oh my God, what's going to happen? Nothing will happen. Whatever will happen will still happen. So you can't rule it out. So look at it. This is the market we entered yesterday, okay? So for experiment, and you see now it's at 31% already. So, you may want to ask me, hey, how do you do about this? So look at where we entered from. Can you see now? This is the market we entered from yesterday. Okay, look at it. We entered from it yesterday here. Okay, and then you can see how the guy is still selling down. We enter from it. These are the line of our entry. This is the line of our entry, and then the market is still selling down. Okay, good and fine. So quickly, let's look at, so we'll go back now to do some experiment like I was telling you yesterday. And so look at the Solana itself. So I said, okay, good. So as long as BTC still sell down, then we'll still go down perhaps to $121 for Solana. But now look at it. There are things I just want to show you, basics. Okay. Now, quickly, let me bring out Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin index. Bitcoin what? Index. What did it show? Bitcoin all-time history index. So I bring it out. And there's something I want to do there. Okay. This is Bitcoin index. Am I correct? Something like that. Good. This is Bitcoin index. And then we go on Bitcoin index. Okay. So here we go. I want to go on weekly. So let's quickly go on weekly. So this is Bitcoin index. Now listen to me. This is a place for market analysis, right? Now, there's something I always want or advise our people about when it has to do with this. There's something I always advise our people about when it has to do with this. I hope I'm just good. Yeah, I think, yeah, good. I said, yesterday I was telling you, I say, if you're an investor, you have nothing to do with short-term frame. What you need is long-term. In fact, as an investor, if I open my, what do we call, trading view, look at the three major times you have business with as an investor in Bitcoin or any investment is monthly, weekly, and daily. It sometimes just scroll down to 4 hours and 1 hour, okay? And I will tell you why. As an investor, you are looking at long-term perspective. Look at it. If you're an investor, look at this is weekly time frame, for instance. all this thing that was happening, your interest is that when will it start going up? Preparation for going up, you are buying. Even at this point, you are buying. And then when it finally bottom out, you see, when you are looking at it in a longer time perspective, you can see the whole thing more clearly. All the fear you used to entertain, you will entertain them because you will be fine that because you could see the market in more clearer view rather than the short movement that will have panic you and you want to sell, oh, what's going to happen to the market and all of that. So now, quickly, we're going to look at, so as an investor, please pay attention. As an investor, you can see now, this is weekly. You can see that Bitcoin is actually on a very dangerous move, right? So we are back to this point that was our support. Here became a fake out, all right? So let me just open it properly, you will see all of these places. So imagine if you had go on weekly time frame, for instance, for Bitcoin, even if you are a trader, you see that all of this point, Bitcoin rallied up very fantastic. But after the whole thing, the whole week that just concluded, okay, we are finishing this week. Tomorrow, or tomorrow, Sunday, at whatever time, to be on weekly close of this. So we still have 1 day and 5 hours to close this week. 1 day and 5 hours to close this week. So you can now see when I'm saying that, okay, the market, it's either we get supported at that 59,000 or we rally back down to my 52,000 expectation. I'm just going to show you, and then I'll show you a few things. Now, see that my own expectation. Now, that I said, if that happened or anything happen, we can now have a kiss down to this point. Right? Sorry. And I will show you just a few things I will close today. So this point. What is it? 46,000 plus. Okay, that's just aggregate of $46,000. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Somebody say, oh, you mean we can go to 46,000? Well, I didn't say guarantee, but I'm just being raw. As it's not today, I've been talking about 52,000 and 46,000. However, that's why here now, anything can happen. You can see that I have this mark or this Y. So you can imagine if you are on a longer and look at it on the weekly time frame, you will have seen that the market after this hanging man or whatever thing you call it, then the market went throughout this week and we're ending it was practically bearish. All right. Now, this is what I want to show. As an investor, you have no business with smaller time frame. Your business is practically with longer time frame. And I say monthly, all right? And I say monthly, weekly, and it's okay. So let's take it here. And I say weekly, monthly, and daily. That's the business you have more. Look at it. So imagine the month we start in a very bad way, August, okay? Continue the August month at a very bad mood. We have 28 days and 5 hours to go with this month market. So now let me go to 1 day to be able to show you what I want to show you. This is very simple. This is daily. Now, I was just telling us about some things. Number one, we talk about price action. We talk about what? Price action. Price action means the movement of the market in bit of reaction for buyer and seller, right? Now, and what we use in measuring mostly price action are these things you are seeing, candlestick and chart. Okay? Now, you may want to go down over the time to, even when you don't know much, let's go by red and green. Let's go to kindergarten. The green say go, the red says stop, right? Now, we're already kissing 59 now, small. The green say go, the red says stop. So the red is danger. The green is Holland is green, green. Oh, can't you see? Now, but the challenge here is that the way the green and the red is here is this. Interpret it this way. Follow me, everybody. When everywhere is green, is the time you are supposed to be careful. Okay? How? Why? So let's go to coin market cap now. When the land is too green, so you can now go to the time of like Egypt now on the interpretation that what's this guy? Call it for me. Joseph gave to the king. Now that there are going to be abundance of this time, and then after the 7 years of this is the interpretation of this slim one and this robust one, and you have excess, people will be wasting and all of that. So what's the solution? Provided, no problem. Preservation. You preserve as much as possible that can roll over the time that's going to come very hard. And that's exactly what you are doing as an investor in the space. Now, at the time you are so excited doing nothing, and look at what I call fear and greed index. We go to CoinMarketCap, it's available. It's available on so many places. Even Crypto Rank, you can find it here now. Crypto Rank, if you want to write it down, you can write it down. CryptoRank.io. CryptoRank.io. Very right. Can you see now? CryptoRank.io. Oh. So CryptoRank.io, Fear and Greed Index, it was telling us yesterday, 7 days ago. What? Okay, 1 month ago. So 7 days ago, market was green. So there was so much greed in the market. Yesterday, the greed was still high, but look at it. Market has sold. There's a lot of fear. Now, the last one that happened before we start having more buy opportunity, the fear had gone to, the fear was already heavy. We are at 29. At what point? At 29. Very, very down, right? And people were afraid. There was extreme fear in the market. And so what that happened? When there's so much joy, everybody, that's where you are supposed to be careful. It's on that note I always mention about this, that the bull markets, all right, the bull market is not your friend. Neither is the bear market your enemy. Meaning, the red is not your enemy. Even the gray is not your friend. Because at gray, you are likely going to be complacent. Complacency will set in when everywhere is green. You'll be so excited. Oh, the way the market is going. Oh, bah, 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 boo, boo, boo. You are wasting your time. So following the candle, for instance, all these candles have different interpretation. Sometimes this is the little thing I'll give to you so that you can study more. If you go to your phone, everybody, you can go to your phone, go to your Google Play Store and type. You can type this. I just hope I find some of them. I always give to some of our students those time. You can type, which one is this? Okay, you can type, or I'm coming. We have a lot of them. So that just take it simple. Either you are a trader or not, just to understand when to buy and wait for market. Okay. Okay. Okay, if you go to your trading view, you can type this thing, all candlestick patterns, something like that. Okay, I think I can send it. Let me send it to, I will pick it from here. So you can just click on it and download it. Okay, so let me quickly pick it for you guys. I don't want to go detail on this. So independently on your own, you're going to understand some things. Okay, so I'm posting it. I just hope the people on Facebook are not asking questions about anyway. So I'm going to paste it on the chart so you can find it. Okay, here is it. So when you click it, you can download it. It will show you different candle pattern and what they are. I'm not saying you should go and sit down with it and start to cram. You don't need those things. You don't need to start cramming. No, you don't need it. I'm just trying to tell you. So price action means market movement based on time and a kind of pattern. So, and the first move of the market is with the candle, and that's what we call price action. So when the market is green, a candlestick, somebody can use different color, but to just make it simple, we have the green candle and the red candle. So when the candle is green, it tends to be a buy. That is, people are buying. Then when the candle tend to be red, that means people are selling. And that's why you are seeing these candles. Imagine, see yesterday. See the sell-off yesterday. That was massive, right? This is Bitcoin. So that means yesterday we have total red market and today total red market. Do you get it now? So now, previously, when market crashed down, we have a very fast rally up. Now, this type of market, the way it's going, is not healthy. Listen, when the market is going any direction, if it's going down and it moves down, slow a bit, readjust itself, pull back, continue again, it's going to go far down. And if it's going up, it will do like that. But if you rush down, just know certainly it's going to reverse to an extent. And if you want to return back, you can now return back. I'm not teaching you technical analysis here. I'm just telling you market activities. So this is a candlestick. Now look at it. These candlesticks, this green. Now, the longer the body of the candle, the stronger the direction of the market. Okay? So now you have, this is a candlestick, green candle. Now, market was going up. Then, when we start having more selling, red candle, that means market will be going down. So what this means is that, look at it from here, for instance, that people are selling, not that people are not buying, but the buyers are buying, the one they are buying is lower compared to the selling. So that was why you saw that the market came down this way. Now, another interpretation to this is what we call price action. This candle is a name is called. Over time, you can learn about it. This now, this market, what you saw here is this. There are four components of the candle. They call it a high, a low, an open, and a close. So that means a red candle has an open from up and close to the down, and then have a high and have a low. Both red candle and green candle have a high and a low, but where they open from is what makes the difference. Now, look at it. Most time when you are now in the market by price action, this candle opened from here, it went up this way and went down to this point. Going down to this point means that selling pressure was increasing. There at a point, we have a very speedy buy. That was what creates what we call the wick of the candle. So these are wick. So if the market is coming down, for instance, and you begin to have more wicks from down, that means the market is preparing to return back. There are sellers, but buyers are collecting it. Maybe there are others that were kept there before that were just collecting. So candle is the first price action measurement that we have. So we have the red candle and we have the green candle. Now, combinations of candles is what make what we call chart. So the candle chart and we have the chart pattern. So we have the charts. That is, you are going to have multiples of candle to create a particular pattern. Okay? I'm not going to go so much detail of this. So, we said price action, and so price action, which has to do with candle and the chart pattern. So when candle now start moving and start forming some structure or style, we're now going to have what we call pattern. Before pattern can form, several candles must have moved in a particular way. Example, if you go to that thing I asked you to download, you are going to see all of those things. Now, example, you will hear most people will tell you what they call most common chart. They will say double top. That is M, right? They will say double top. Okay? They will say what? Double top, something like this. That is M, right? They will say double bottom, okay? They will say triple top, okay? They will say head and shoulder. They will say inverse head and shoulder. All of these, they are now movement of many candles to form a shape. And then they give interpretation to some of those shapes that when we have a double top, it's tend to be dictating that we are chances, higher probability of the market to be changing direction. All right. Not that it is certain, because sometimes you say, oh, now we have a double bottom or double top, so market should be crashing. No, there are still other things you will now want to check. So when they say double bottom, double top, that is to say, what happened there is that market moved first, attempt to continue, it couldn't continue, it came down, and make the second attempt, couldn't continue, it came down, it now formed M pattern. Then where it returned back to go to the second move before it crashed down is what we call the neckline. I'm just paraphrasing some things. Then most trader will tell you, or even investor will tell you, okay, let me look at what's going to happen if this chart pattern form. Like this is like similar to the M we're talking about. Look at this. First attempt, it came down, Rugmaru, make the second attempt, still stop almost the same place here. That means the first and the second, which we are going to go to where we'll talk about support and resistance. You move the first, second, then in failing, that's not certain that because you fail the second time, it's going to crash. People will now say, wait for what we call neckline, which is this point. You know, the M have like this. Let's take it again. Okay. So, you know, M have these two up here and have a middle line. This middle line is what we call neckline. So the traders or buyers or whoever want to go to the market will say, okay, this market make attempt to go up. It couldn't go. It came down. It took power to go. It failed again. That is double top. That is double rejection. Then it now say, wait, the market to now say, where the power was taken to go, will it fail from there? If you fail from there, you now say, it's like this thing is getting tired. If you now fail from there, you now say, we want to have it should fail and return to make attempt and fail the attempt. That's when you confirm it to be going down. That's exactly what you see here, right? Look at it, for instance, here. Attempt here, fail. Attempt here, fail. You now say, okay, this is the neckline. So if you break it, you should make an attempt to go back and now fail. And that's why you have something like this and the market continues to go down. I'm just giving us basics. Why some people, they're good at the market. So for you as a beginner, when you come to the market, this is your chart. This is your trading view. When you come to the market and you see that, the market is red. No problem. Just like what is this red that's going now. No problem. Since it's red, let's wait. But in waiting, you want to see, and please let me tell us, everybody, either you're an investor or trader, you want to buy any asset, and it's already can be measured on the trading view. Don't always buy when the candle is moving. Let the candle close, and you can dictate, okay, what does it want to do? Okay, this candle, if it closes now, a new one open and still continue, you want to wait. Okay, so that's what we mean by the price action, which has to do with candle and a chart pattern. And then you can look at the market. So if by candle, let me use an example. If by candle now, some people want to trade. This is like what we call hammer or whatever. That after the hammer is a potential moving up. But look at it. After the moving up, it still crash down. But eventually, you just know that it's a chance of it market moving back up. Then again, it created another candle until, so possibly as an investor, maybe after here, you have bought here. You now say, okay, whatever I want to happen. Instead of it go, we move up a little and came down again. That's the point of DCA. You now add to your position. Eventually, the market start moving and go up. Fantastic. At that point, the market continue to move up. Okay, when should I sell? You know, I'm going to the perspective of investor. The market continue to move. At this point, you now know that, okay, market is still moving and getting up gradually. And until we get here again, we have another rejection. And the market take another move and we rejected again. Now we are back down. So maybe after the first rejection, you have made so much money from here to this point. You are selling. I'm just giving us a plain activity. Now, so this is daily. Now, to see so many chart patterns, let me go to 4 hours. And so many chart patterns have different activities or interpretation of what they do. I've just used an example to you to say double top, double bottom. Now, when you now grow advanced, you'll be hearing concept like ICT concept. You have smart money concept, and all of those things. So now they are telling you an advanced view of the market, that because there are things that you don't know as a beginner, an advanced market will identify. And that's where they talk about liquidity. I'm sure most of you have heard about liquidity, where liquidity is. So they now say it's tend to be that liquidity will be available when we have a double top. Look at it. This is a double top, right? This is a double top. That liquidity will be up here. Can I tell you why? That liquidity is up here because when the market move and couldn't go, it come back and make a second move, it couldn't move. The chances are there that traders will now sell market from here, right? And put their stop loss up here. So everywhere stop loss are available is where they say liquidity is. That so market always want to come back and collect the liquidity and now start going the other way around. Come on. See, guys, are you seeing the market is just reacting to say, when I say the market is supposed to be having the floor and then it's just doing all of what it's doing. So now, enough of that. I'm going to look at it tonight and see what is happening. So now, this is chart pattern. Double top, double bottom, inverse head and shoulder, cup and handle. Their names. You are going to see it on that thing I give to you. I'm not going to go to those details. Even if you are going to use this weekend to just study it. Don't cram anything. Just understand, oh, this is what they are saying. Oh, this is what they are saying. And all of that. That's what we call price action. So mark, candle, chart pattern are purely price action. So you can actually trade if you are a trader or as an investor, just checking some of those patterns playing out. And you say, okay, if this pattern form or if this candle start forming and having potential moving up or a moving down and all of that. So you have hammer, you have gravestone doji, you have most of the candle that I always see that are reversal candle like hammer, pin bar, gravestone doji, engulfing. That the bearish engulfing or bullish engulfing. You may say, what's bullish engulfing? That this market is moving up or it's moving down, and all of a sudden you have a massive candle that start moving, an impulsive move. That's what we call engulfing. So if the market was going up, look at this market now. Look at it. This is green, right? Oh, wow, the market is green. It's lovely. We are going up. And all of a sudden, look at this. After this green, come a very massive sell-off. This long candle is called engulfing. And this type of engulfing is called bearish engulfing. So if you see this type, as an investor, maybe you want to, or trader, you want to now trade, you can now say, okay, let me find an entry after this close, and I want to find an entry, put stop loss here, depending on what type of trader you are and all of that. So I'm not going to go to those type of trading you are looking at and all of this. Now, look at another candle here. It's called gravestone doji. Look at it here. This is a gravestone doji. After the gravestone doji, what I want to see, it doesn't matter either it's red or green. It can, but as far as form on top of the market, the next I want to see a bearish candle, perhaps maybe engulfing. And so this is a bearish candle. If you buy, maybe you sell from here, stop loss above this point, market sell down. Do you see now? Wow, this is massive, right? This is massive. And the market sell down. This was that be beginning of June, beginning of July. This is how we sell off massively. Do you see now? And that's exactly the same thing we now have August. Can you see now? What we have in beginning of, okay, although this was end of July that the market continued, but this is a continued sell-off that we're having here. So candle pattern and charts are called price action. Let me quickly go back to that. I don't want this class to be long. Okay, can see now the market is reacting. Remember I told you that I expect that that should be the floor, right? And then unless and if we cannot hold, then that means chances are there that you could be seeing reversal this weekend till then. And I don't want to miss out of this market this weekend till Monday if the market is going to reverse, which of ordinarily we are the floor. Most of you be able witness if you are on private mentor, even not on private mentorship. I think I posted here sometime. This is on general group. This on cash flow system Telegram. So if you are not on our Telegram on some of those things, please try and be. Let me check. I think I posted something like that before the market happened. That was on the 30th. I think so. Oh, good. Here you see. Here we go. Now look at it. Can we all see my screen? Please, if you can see my screen, can type 111 on the chat box. Can see my screen, kindly type 111 on the chat box, please, quickly. Can see my screen, type 1111 on the chat box. If you can see my screen. Can you see my screen? I need reaction. No response. If there's no response, invariably, maybe we're not following so that we can call it a day. Okay, only one person is still following. Maybe others are already sleeping. So if others are sleeping, I can just have a private market training with these people, and then
Sir,
I can shut down.
I'm very much with you. Is the network, yes, sir. The network is really bad.
Okay.
I'm with you, but the network has
Okay,
going
so
on and
so
off
so
since
now
morning.
remember, look at what I talk here. I say Bitcoin still struggling, and
We
of
can
course,
see the screen. I can see the screen.
okay, as a Bitcoin is still struggling, and of course, pointing down to 64,125, 63,500, 62,500, and 60,500. But it's expected to fail, rally, and all of that. And then, so that means we are almost at the floor if we are going to have a kind of fantastic reaction. And if we don't have, we continue to go down as well. So, but however, that's not an issue. Now, this is just basically to tell us that either you're an investor or whatever, you want to have an idea of where am I buying and where is the market going next. Now, let's look at the next is market structure. I'm going to be very fast now. Market structure, please. Samsung, SM, whatever, please be careful with our screen. So market structures. Now, what is market structure? Market structure has to do with perhaps the accumulation of your price action is what gives a structure of the market. Samsung, this person, I will remove you. I will remove you. You are playing with our screen, please. So market structure has to do with the dimension of the market. And now, please, we have two major types of market structure. I'm not talking of the market trend. Market structure, we have what we call normal and advanced. So simple market structure and advanced market structure. Let's quickly look at it. Market structure has to do with it's still related to trend. So, but the way it's moving in the trend. So there are two different things here. There's difference between trend and market structure because most time we mistake these two together. There's difference between trend and market structure. Let me quickly show you guys very quickly. Now, there's difference between trend and market structure. So let's look at it. Market structure. So let's go this way. Okay. Okay. Now look at it. So most persons, when they are drawing market structure, see what they do. Now, trend is, we have three major type of trend. An uptrend, a downtrend, and a sideways move or range band. Okay, so we have uptrend, downtrend, and range band. But the movement of the market in this trend are what is referred to as market structure. So look at it. Now, let me take a part and draw something for you so that when you are seeing it, you know what you are doing per time. Okay. Now I'm going to take a path, a right. Okay. Don't get it boring, okay? I just want to achieve something. Now, when you see markets like this, so this is what you normally hear about market structure. Trend. Okay. Now, so let's stop here. Okay. Now, let's stop here. So, market structure, what people call market structure. Now, this is now, so let me take another part very quickly, everybody, so that you can get this thing very simple. Okay. So then we have other ones. Okay. So now, so let's just look at it one after the other. Now, look at it here. Okay. Let me just take this a little bit inside, a little bit inside, a little bit up. Yeah, it's permitted to have a fake out and all of that. Okay. So now, sometimes you come to the market, you see something like this. See what happened. You see something like this. When the market is doing this way, you see presence of some terms or presence of what we call label, market label is what determines your structure. Let me go this way. This is a trend line, which I'm going to mention. This is a trend line. Okay. Now, here, this trend is an uptrend. This trend is a downtrend. This trend is a range band or sideways move. Okay? This is a sideways move. Look at it. Oh, God. Oh, God. Let's take this. All right, just a moment. I need to put this. Okay, so now you can see that it's a range band because the market continued to move sideways. Now, you can't really identify, oh, this market is going up. It's as if I want to go up. I want to come down again. I want to go up, but it's very, very indecisive. That's a range band. Now, this one, it actually obvious it was going up. It can't just go up in a straight line. Obviously, it's an uptrend. This one, obviously, is a downtrend, but this is the challenge most of us have. This thing I just drawn out now, they are what we call simple market structure. Simple market structure. Why? In simple market structure, what we are going to have is this. This place, now take note, there are things we have in the market structure, up, down, up, down, up, down. So all this up move, we call it impulsive move, correction, impulsive move, correction. Just understand this jargon. I'm not asking you to cram them. Impulsive move, correction. By grace of God, you're going to have the video and then you can watch it again. So impulsive move, correction, impulsive move, correction, impulsive move, correction. As an investor, you have no business with all this correction that is happening. What you have business with the trend, not all this movement. What you have interest in is the trend. Is this still going up? Yes, an uptrend. But before it can continue to move up, it will be recording this. These are not your interests. It's only a person who is doing day trading, scalping that will be interested in all of this. Because why? As an investor, for me, let me use a practical example of an investor. If you are being plan B, those people who are private mentorship will be with me. If you know what we are doing there, you discover that I will tell us now we are now entering bull run. What people call bull run in crypto and by popular name, that is top of the roof. right? That is when the market has done what they want to do and finished. What they say, hey, bull run has come. What we are doing that time is FOMO. But when is the bull run? For instance, this bull run started since January, officially started January 2023. That's the best time as an investor to come in and buy the asset. So with that, the market will be moving this way, moving this way. It's none of your business. You have bought at the bottom and you want to sell at the top. That's the only thing you need. So now, in the movement of this, you are now going, this one was like a low. You now hear where they say a low and a high. So two major things that form either in an uptrend or a downtrend is the presence of a low and a high, and the presence of a high and a low. Is somebody getting me now? So this is a low, okay? This is a low here. This is a low. And this is a high. So you first have two major things. Now, after a low, you expect it to go up and create a high. And now it now return back. This is a pullback. In pulling back, it didn't necessarily get down here. It may still come down a little and now move up. Now, this one have recorded another thing, and then you now have what we call, this another low. This another low that created this high, which means this low will become lower low, and this low become higher low. It's a low, but it was higher than this. Why this one was high, this one was low. Now that this one have passed it and come to this point, this one will come another high, which is referred to higher high, and create another low. This is another higher low and another higher high. It continue to do that. Now, smart money people will now say, now that we have this, the market has changed. This is a high, this is a low. The market now change here. Now, they will now tell you that, oh, this is a break of structure. Why here is a change of character or market structure shift. I'm not going to those things. So just to simple. So here you continue to have another high, another low, another high, another low, another high, another low, another high, another low. Here, now the market starts changing and invariably creates another low that was lower than this. And then another high that's lower than this high. Then you are now going to now have this guy. So this guy now become the highest. This one become the highest. And then for now, this one become a low. So you now have something like the way you have this here, a low and a high. This one now you have a high and a low. Now, it now pull back. Instead to get to this point, it reach to this point and come down. This one, now this now become a higher high, and this one will become a what? A lower high. This is high, but lower than this. Why? This one, now, this is a low. All right? Now, then you continue. Another low here. This is now lower low, and then this one, a higher low, and continue to go down. Now, this is what we call simple market structure. Now, the direction the market is going is called the trend, while the creation of the impulse correction is called market structure. Do you get it now? So when you have the basic understanding of the market structure, so when should I know that, oh, the market is actually changing? The market have been going down, 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 down before. All of a sudden, it got to a point. It now have a low like this, or this one now. This one. It now have a low like this, and this was a high. Now, when we are using some tool, this is the high. That was the last high created before this low. Now, this low now went up this way and now come down like this. Now go like this. But it didn't take out this, but next it now did like this. Next, it 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 did like this. Okay? Next, did like this. Just like that. Now, what has happened here is that the market have come here. This become the lowest. Now, this is a low and this is a high. But this is the immediate high. So now, at this point, you now have the market have a low and a high and create another low. So creating another low had made this one to become lower low and a higher low. This one become a high. Now, this high has not taken out this. When the market crossed to this point, smart money concept people, ICT, you now see they draw a line here and call break of structure, meaning it has changed. Now you will now see down here, market structure shift or choke, change of character. And then at this point, you are now serious to say, oh, the market that broke the previous high, we want to have continuation. Okay, so can I understand the difference between a market structure and a trend? So trend is the direction of the market, either is going up or is coming down or is going sideways. Then each movement of the candle pattern within the trend is called market structure. Okay, now I talked about trend line. Look at what I did here. Why trend line? So we have trend line to measure a point to point that the market is still maintaining an up move. And that's why you have a trend line. I want to see that, is it still scaling? Look at this, for instance, is it still scaling? Now, when I draw a trend line, what you want to have is that either the market return there and bounce, or it could even fake out of it and bounce again. That's what we call trend line. To draw those things is very simple. Maybe there's some video I've done about trading view, just simple trading view. You can check on my YouTube, basic just trading view navigation, and then you can learn it. Now, so trend line can be drawn to measure if the market, and that's why when you have some indicator, we have what we call moving average. You want to see how the trend is actually going. Okay, that's what we mean by trend line. So you draw it to see that are we still in order? Okay, by the time you draw it, now when the market continue to move like this, now if you now break this, for instance, you break this and then retest and get rejected, you say the market is changing because, but for you to enjoy trend line, you must understand the structure. Where is the highest? Where is the low? Where is the high? And all the like. And then I'm sure it is when you watch this video the next time you can understand. Then we have what we call support and resistance with key levels. Very simple. Now, what is support and resistance? Let me explain what the resistance represents for you. Support, resistance. Support is a level at which the market, all right, touch and have a kind of direction going up. All right. Example is this. A market has been moving up and all of a sudden it came down again and got to a particular point. Instead of going down, it stopped and started going up. Again, it did that again. That's what we call support. Now, it's from support you can have a key level where market have what we call a turning point over and again. Several touch points that made the place a turning point. Then it become your support line, right? It become your key level. But I always tell people key level are more better off on the higher time frame, maybe daily, weekly, and all of that. So key levels. Okay, so let's take up this guy now. If you look at this guy, now, at this point now, you can have several supports, but you have major key level. Understand? The difference is this. Look at it. If the market was moving like this, when it come up like this, an impulsive move, where it stop and market start returning back, it's a resistance. Where it got here is a support. So you can be having resistance, support, resistance, support, resistance, support. If the market is going down, again, up, resistance, support, down. So a support level is the point at which sellers don't want to sell again and buyers are interested in buying. Then you are going to have a support. But resistance is the point that all the buyers that have bought before, they now want to sell. So presence of more sellers will create a resistance. Presence of more buyers will create a support. You get it now? So let's take off all these things and create and see practically in live section what those trend line what do we call? Resistance, support, resistance, support, market structure, and all the like. So let's go back to our Bitcoin. So where's Bitcoin? So let's go back to our Bitcoin and let's enable our chart. Oh, good. So now you see I always have some drawing. Now look at it. All these points, look at Bitcoin, right? So look at this point. Now, Bitcoin, this down here is a support for Bitcoin, but may not necessarily be a key level. It is when it has series of touch points, then become a key level. Exactly when you go on a higher time frame, it become a key level. You have a touch 1, 2, 3. Now it become a key level. Minimum of 3 touch points will become a key level. And support can be even 1 level. But the more touch point, the stronger now become the support line. So now, if I'm coming to the market, I always tell people that you want to enjoy your market. And that's why I always tell people, either you're an investor or not, or a trader, don't have too many instruments you want to monitor. Look at it now. When the market is going up, look at it. This is Bitcoin on daily time frame. Let me do. So look at, when we saw a line to draw this line. Now, look at what I want to do now. This market here, let's take our part. See, here was a low. This is a high. This is a low. This is another high that was a major high. This is a low. Right? This is another major high. This is a low. This is a high. This is a low. And then we now have double top, right? And the market start changing. Okay? So you are going to see something I'm doing now here. Massive. So we are here now. Okay? We are here now. Now, so look at what happened. If you look at what happened here is this. If I carry out this guy now, let's look at it. This is exactly what just happened on Bitcoin. Now, you can see now that this was not as smooth as when you just draw a line. That was not smooth. So you now see the way it was just higgy harder. Now, this is, when the candle come, this was a low. That means this one become a lower low because another high was created, this another low. So this one become a lower low and a higher low. This one become a high and this one higher high and then another higher low. Market change and the market continue to move up. And now, see the way the market change here. It didn't change just all of a sudden. It first do this, double top, and then rally down. But it got supported here. Now, this point, you see this point, you can see that I draw a line here. All this point here, this point, this point. This is a key level. Look at it, a turning point, another turning point. This is a key level, all right? So here, it's just a resistance, just a resistance, just a resistance. However, at a key level 2, it's a support and resistance point, but it becomes a key level when you have series of touch point there and all of that. Look at it. This point here now is a key level. By the time I draw a line there, it's a key level. Here is a resistance, okay? Not a key level, but a resistance. Now, if the market take another move now and get rejected here, it become a key level, maybe 1 or possibly 3 and the like. Now it become a key level. See what happened. So you can see that chart. So the market is still doing. Now, because maybe if you go back to so many points and this play become a key level because of touching point, a touch point that has happened. So the market is moving. So what you want to see, so you can now see why we say, this market supposed to see go down. Now, if at this key level, Bitcoin now, look at it. Bitcoin now, okay, this is actually 4 hours. So if we go to daily, I love more daily of weekly. And then if this was on daily key level and the market now rally from here, this place become a fake out and then continue to bounce. And if you look at it immediate now on 1 hour, this is a immediate high, but we have not had a low. Until this guy creates another one, maybe move up, right? And come down and create another move. Then we now have this one become a lower low and then another low before we take this high. The moment we take this high, you are more interested that our market is now rallying back as it were. We together. So market support and resistance are major touch, key levels are major touch point. However, support and resistance can become a key level, and a key level, all right, a key level automatically is a support and a resistance. Check it. A key level, right, support and resistance point can become a key level, and a key level is automatically a support and a resistance. Okay, so I'm sure many of us are confused. Where market have had series of touch points become a key level. Okay, so when you are drawing, when I say draw a key level, now you're on daily time frame, for instance, and I say draw a key level. So if you are drawing a key level, that is to say, I'm going to have series of touch points, and that become a key level. Are you getting now? So then you are now going, so for instance, now if you check this point now, this is a key level. Can you see now? There are so many touch points. Look at it. This is Bitcoin, right? This is a key level. Now, and I always tell people when you are drawing a key level, let me quickly just put this. If I'm drawing a key level, look at it now. What I check is, number one, the body of the candle. I want to have minimum of 2 body of the candle and maybe 1 wick or even all the body of the candle. But 1 body or 2 body, fine. And then you have more wicks and all of that. That's to so tell you it's a touch point. Can you see now, everybody? Now, look at how many times this automatically become a fake out. All right? This automatically become a fake out. So major points like 71,000. And look at several attempts. Let me open it. Everybody, you can see. Now, I'm not teaching you trading, perhaps. I'm teaching you partition investing. You are buying, and this is a 1 hour time frame. Most traders trade with 5 minutes, 15 minutes, 1 minute, and all of that. Okay, so now this is, look at the wick of the candle, meaning it's touching. Then this is another one. Now look at this body of the candle. Look at the body of the candle. All right. This is, look at the wick of the candle. Of course, pass through, but I'm not going to take it. This is a touch of it and all of that. So that means a major point we're looking at is this, and from here to 73,000. Remember, I told you, I said, no matter what this market do, and this one was like a failed one, it didn't even get there. That's a sign of weakness. Instead of even touching 71,000, of the 172,000, it didn't get there, and we fail. So imagine if you have drawn line like this, the way mine are drawn, you will have gotten it, oh, this guy actually had failed, and then we are going down again. Because look at the first attempt. Now, this again, look at it. This again become what? A key level. I'm sure somebody is learning. This again become what? A key level. Because if I check it down, look at it. This is a body, this is a body. This is a wick of the candle. This is another body. This is another body. This point again, 68,000, 68, 69,000 is another key level. So that means chances are there that as Bitcoin, if Bitcoin now return from the journey is going back, you are going to be wary of 68, 69,000. If you didn't break it and reject it, then you go back again and you begin to go sideways. If you look at it, let me cluster here. So if you cluster here, you'll see that we only fake out here, but Bitcoin since the month of February, March, we have been going sideways. Even though that if you go on a lower time frame, you see that we trend up, we trend down, but it has been more of sideways move. Okay, that's one of the things I want you to understand. So market resistance. Then last thing I will tell you is the demand and supply zone. Don't get it twisted. Now, demand and supply zone normally is a point at which, all right, and then when you begin to look at demand and supply zone in the smart money concept, you start studying about what we call order block, all right? Order block, order flow, all right? And all of those things. Now, demand zone, the difference between order block and demand zone is this. Let me open up this. Let me take up this. Okay? So if you come down to this point now, what is demand zone? The point that trigger the movement. That is, if it's a bullish market, the bullish candle that started the bullish movement, for instance, at that zone, so it's not going to be one. So the whole area become a zone, and which was a demand zone, the buyer point, where more activities of buying were happening, that become a demand zone. But that same point can now be clustered to be a kind of order block. Now, if you look at it now, if I mark this place to be a demand zone because of this candle, this red candle become an order block. Why? The last bearish candle before the market starts moving green is called an order block. That means the whole from the high of this red candle to the low of the red candle, I draw it out, become an order block. But when you are now learning those advanced, they're not going to tell you another block is not valid when it does not create a fair value gap. Okay, so but leave those jargon, you can learn it later and all of that. So at the end of the day, you have a demand and supply zone. So you see that most time people mark it out. So let me go to 1 hour, maybe we can see more of it easily. So people mark it out. See how they mark it out. See how they mark it out. So now people mark this, look at where the market was returning, which means demand zone is an advanced level of support and resistance, because support can just be the touch, but the demand a whole area, for instance. Now, so that means at this whole area down here now is your demand, is your supply zone. Now you see people down, what they do is that they mark it out like this. So let's just say here, they mark it out like this, something like this, okay? That is a supply zone. That is point at which sellers were pumping it down, right? So at a point, now, here too was a demand zone at a point. Here was a demand zone at a point. Now it turned to be a supply zone. Here was a demand zone at a point. Now here is a supply zone. You have another one here. So let's just use example here. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Okay, so you continue to have it. Now, here now, it's turning to be a demand zone. Now, at the end of the day, markets now move. You now see that market move from demand zone to a supply zone, from supply zone to a demand zone. So people now want to target and say, okay, do I just, because I see it's a demand zone and I enter, you now want to see what is the market forming there. Maybe a particular candle pattern, a hammer, a pin bar, and then engulfing, and then creating a structure. Then you say, okay, let me trade this market to the demand, to the supply zone. If you get there, break through, or you get rejected, I'm looking for another pattern. Just trying to summarize all of this so that when you check and then you say, okay, why did this person say the market is going to start moving from here? Number one is that you understand the market structure. Number two, you have drawn your key levels. So when the market comes there, in fact, one of the biggest things you must always learn to do, either you're an investor or trader, is to be able to draw what we call key level, which has to do with top-down analysis. So ladies and gentlemen, what I've just shown to you is just like technical framework of doing your market analysis. Now, why do I show this? Sorry. Okay, thank you. So why do I show this? So that, and remember I said, if you're an investor, you have nothing to do with 15-minute time frame, 30-minute time frame. Your business is practically on daily time frame, weekly time frame, so that you can buy and cool down. For instance, if I'm an investor, when Bitcoin came down here, was doing all those movement, you have bought. All this maybe pullback it was doing is not very business. You're only going to pay attention when there's going to be a major reversal, as it were. Okay, so that is, don't bother yourself too much. You want to learn too many things and all of that. Unless you want to be a full-time retail trader, then you want to pay attention to learn so many things about the technical analysis, as it were. Okay, now, so I've told you the trading view. You want to learn more how to use the trading view, of course. Maybe you definitely want to enroll on maybe good 18 now. What I've tried to do, and then the promo that is going on now, is that we said we said we have promo for all our platforms, a subscription, 30%, which have started since. Thank God some people are taking advantage of it. And then, so 30% off, both private mentorship and all of that. But if you are doing that, that means you want to pay off one-off. So please take note. You want to pay off one-off. So it's not going to be on installmental partitions and all of that. Then, be with me, the same thing. Then we now said basic mastery class. Instead of 150, it's now universal for everybody, just for basic entry and all of that. $50, okay? $50. Then you can be part of it, and then you can learn some of those basic things and all the like, so that you can take advantage of some opportunity now. So now as an investor, so let's quickly, this is what I just want to show in this aspect. Now, I loved somebody yesterday sent me a message and I was so happy. All right. I was so happy. Why was I happy? What we're teaching in some of our training was using of boat to do your low gem trading. Okay. I have a couple of boats, and that's why I said I was going to share to you people. We have talked about passive investment. I think I will send a lowdown. We talked about Radium yesterday. We say go and open Radium, connect with your Phantom wallet. Another passive investment we have is called Aerodrome Finance. Don't worry, I'm going to calculate those things and post on our Telegram channel, whereby you can see where to do some farming and staking, all of that. You buy the token and then merge it together. And then, okay, I love this. I love this. Look at it here. So look at this. So Aerodrome, we have 75, 74%. There was a time some of those one we're doing. So this 173% was giving up. So depend on this token. If you don't know much about it, I can tell you that, just put because you saw 2000% APR. So you must understand what's the token all about. And these are the things. So we'll make a lot of money doing passive investment, but some of us don't understand how those things actually work. So Aerodrome, all right, Wiggle Swap, all right, Radium, and so many of them. I'm going to calculate together on the PDF or on the Microsoft Word and send to all our groups so you can look at them. When I have time, I'll do some explanation about them and some other platform we use for buying and selling and all the like. Okay, they are still there, for instance, and then you can maximize. Now, the other boat I showed to some of us was this boat called Trojan boat. But please, I want to quickly tell some of us, so Trojan boat, I think I was just showing some things about Trojan boat and then how you use it to trade your coin, your meme coin, okay? Your meme coin, all right? You just do analysis of the coin. So Trojan boat link was sent to us too before. And I did some video on how to do the settings. And then when you do the setting, you can definitely maximize using to trade. I talk about Trade Commerce. Trade Commerce is another fantastic boat. But one of the difference is that if you are not ready to learn basics, for instance, let me tell you one of the secrets. And the other boat I'm seeing that is following Trade Commerce now is the trading boat I've been using now. I was test running it, and I said I was going to do a lot of video in it. Now, let me tell you why I actually love to use, and I love that. Let me tell you why I love that aspect of trading boat, trading, okay? Trading, I just hope you can open here. So why I love the trading is that not because of anything, but it has combination, all right? It has combination of trading with future and sports. And not only that, but have DCA and grid. See what I do. In all those boats, like the way I use my Trade Commerce, when market is ranging, I assemble 3 or 4, 5 coins in my boats to be trading grid. So it will be buy or sell. I will only check the range and set it that way, upper and lower limit of the price, and it will be trading. and spot. Then sometimes futures. It will not generate too much money, but I will not be losing money unnecessarily. And what I do is I set the boat and I can say, hey, when the market exits this point, I can put sell or stop loss and all of that can be stopped out and all of that. Now, sometimes I can wake up in a week. If I analyze my market in a week, I get my weekly bias, and then I want to long or short. If I know that this coin are going to go bearish for this week, I just assemble them and put it to my short position, trade it for that week. When I know the market is now taking off, I stop the boat, convert and open another boat. That's what I do with my boat. And that's why most people complain, boat is not working, because what they told you, what marketer told you about some boat is that you don't need to know anything and all of that. You need to know some things. That's the truth. Okay, so that's how I use this boat. Then another boat I use, I was experimenting the other time, and there are quite a number of them, all right? But I discovered that 12 of us who actually settled down to understand this, how they works, that maximize it the more, okay? So we have, okay, so many of those boats that I've mentioned. I'm going to take a review on them and then post. Somebody was asking me yesterday about this particular platform. In all honesty, I only saw some people are promoting online, and I don't like to talk about what I do not have an idea about. It was asking me about voter AI, vote fee AI. I saw a lot of people promoting it, but I've not known anything about it, and so I can't talk in all honesty. It will be a total stereotyping and just bad belly, what we call it in Nigeria, Africa. It will be bad belly. What I don't know about, I just start, hey, all these things, they are wayo, and no. I don't do that because I need to have an idea of what they're about. Then lastly, before we go tonight, is that sometimes too you can engage in what we call validated airdrop. There are so many airdrop we have done now. There are so many airdrop we have done, and they gave us token and we lock them. Like we lock when, we lock mode. I think we lock so many coins. As they just give to us, we just lock it. In all honesty, you can make a lot of money too on airdrop. But please, the type of airdrop you should learn how to do more is not those free one. I'm not saying you should not do those free one, because there's a way you put so much of your energy on free airdrop and they didn't work out that way. You can do 25 or 50 free airdrop. Only one may work out of it. And that one that work out may just give you $100 and you'll be angry. So you need to understand. But validated airdrop, it's very rare that validated airdrop will not give you money, because you are going to spend little or some money that will make them to be serious on what they are doing actually. Okay, so airdrop is another fantastic part where you can make a lot of money. Oh, what's going on? I think okay, they said they were doing something. Oh, sorry. Okay, so airdrop too can help you adjust something. Now, lastly, affiliate system. Okay, so quickly, I'm not going to have so much about affiliate system because our time is fast spent. Maybe I can do some videos about it over time. So affiliate system, which has to do with your social capital. Let me quickly tell us something. Be careful and be a little bit wary about most people who they are so much interested in just marketing you on things. I'm not really condemning that network marketing or affiliate marketing is bad, but the practice that some of us practice is actually wrong. Now, let me tell you, sometimes people promote things that they just know that they are making referral bonus. So either it benefits you or not, they don't care. That is totally wrong. And so most time, if you are just doing that, you may not pay attention to what works. For instance, most of those things I mentioned, like some of these bots I use, a lot of them have referral commission. You can make referral bonus and all the like. And so you can now see that some persons will sit down only on that referral bonus, okay? They will sit down only on that referral bonus and do nothing. So they'll just be marketing you, come and invest and all the like, and you invest. Quite okay. You invest and then you make nothing. Okay? So I've forgotten this guy. Okay, so you invest. So their own is that by the time you invest, I'm going to make a lot of money and all the like. Now, one thing I always tell people first is that please learn important aspect of business first, not just the affiliate commission. Because if or referral bonus, because there's difference between affiliate marketing and network marketing. Okay, so most people always get carried away by network marketing. So affiliate marketing is simply that you are promoting things of value and have utility. As people make use of it, they actually pay you commission. So affiliate marketing is more rigorous, but it promotes more of quality things or utility things than network marketing. So in network marketing, people can promote junks, they can promote everything. So, but at the end of the day, the type of network marketing that actually work well are network marketing that promote valid, retailable product. And that's why you see that the trend or continuity about network marketing on supplement and other product can stay longer than those our online network marketing like investment scheme network marketing. Now come and invest in this, you make. So as they're inviting you, you can imagine when you are joining a platform and the platform say they are investing, not that it's a service platform. For instance, let's say Tree Commerce. Tree Commerce say, okay, you are going to register and pay $650 for a year to register and use it. Now, if you pay $650, you want to use the boat to actually trade. And then if Tree Commerce decide to give you 40% of that $650, they can cope because what that person pays for service. And so it can be their money. They know that what they can cover to do the service is not much. But look at where we have problem. You are going to be promoting investment scheme that claim to be giving percentage reward on people's money. And immediately you join, and immediately those people join you. Imagine somebody now invested $10,000 and they are paying you 20% to 30% of that $10,000. So that means 20% of that $10,000 is $2,000. They have paid you. And that means they have 8,000 to battle with. When will they make profit that will even cover what they paid you? Invariably, you know that it's a scam. So, but that most people actually love that. They promote that here and there and call it network marketing. It's actually not network marketing, it's a Ponzi scheme. And that's why we always warn people about when it has to do with plan B. So you have affiliate marketing, all right, affiliate marketing system that you can leverage on. So we have, freelancing, you have different affiliate marketing. Then the same thing in crypto, some platform, like I talk about different boats now. So I use virtually almost all the boats we have a referral program. So if I have time, like I was going through one young guy on their trading platform. Yeah, this guy now he's an affiliate marketer. Okay, he's a content creator, and he joined. And I saw his profile, on that trading. Now he's trading and he's making money. Okay, he's making a lot of money. But when he was opening so many accounts he has on trading, connecting to different exchange, I saw that in one of his accounts, he was showing within either 3 or 4 months has made over $90,000 on affiliate marketing. But such person know what he was doing because if you look at it, virtually all the money have been used to buy other coin or increase his trading portfolio. Okay? So those type of persons, you can't have issues with him because number one, he was marketing what is serving the people he marketed it to, not people's money. So they are not paying him percentage on people's money in their account or their exchange. Rather, is the service charge those people paid, they are paying him from. So he's marketing it and making a lot of money. And so affiliate marketing too can help you, to actually make money. But when you make that money, you have to learn how to rebalance that money to something worthwhile. Okay? So I think I'm going to do a couple because time is fast spent. I'm going to allow us to ask questions so that we can quickly have a concluding part of this class. Okay. Anyone with questions? So you can see, guys, that the same market is already reacting for what's it called? For this guy now, for Bitcoin. And so maybe we're going to have a very nice day. Okay. Yeah, so you have questions. It's downtime for you to ask questions. So let me quickly take questions before we call it today. Okay. Yeah, any question, anyone? Okay. I think I saw a hand. If you have a question, you can put up your hand. So okay. Okay, so Matthew, you can ask your question.
Good evening, sir.
You're welcome. How are you today?
I'm fine, thank you, sir. Thanks.
Yes, I'm listening. You have a question? Oh, it's not talking again. Okay, you're not talking again. We're not hearing you again. Okay, or perhaps you do not have a question. Okay, so if you do not have a questions, I think before tomorrow morning, the video will have been uploaded on the video will have been uploaded on the YouTube channel. Then you can go there. Just click subscribe, remind, so that when I upload some new videos, you can be alerted. So you can like and then set alarm so that when any new videos are uploaded, you can easily get information. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for your time.
That was my question. That was my question. I wrote it on the chat.
Oh,
what you just said now. Yeah, these are basic. In fact, I think everything about this space you have to summarize everything for me this time.
Okay.
I'm overwhelmed.
Oh.
I think sir, please help us with this recording. This is awesome.
Oh,
it's on the chat.
Amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate.
You're blessed.
In fact, you are a blessing to humanity.
It's the Lord's doing.
No. Thank you, sir.
It's the Lord's doing.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, sir.
Thank you. Yeah.
So I'm going to post
it. You take second.
Oh. I'm going to post it. I'm going to upload it and then post it. Then we can be fine.
You're taking second service tomorrow.
Amen. All right. Bye, everyone.